Cue the cheesy podcast music.
Welcome to Megafest, where we don't just manifest, we Megafest. I'm your host, Megs Malloy. I'm creating a community of silly and soulful working moms who are mostly happy, but know they're capable of more. More self-love, more self-esteem, more self-trust, more calm, joy, natural highs, more magic in the world, and more laughter. Each week, me and my guests will bring you tips and tricks on how to make the most of your one precious life. And we're going to make them effective and efficient because ain't nobody got time for that. I believe in you. I see the light in you. I want you to shine your light. I want you to become all that you're capable of. So let's hang out. Let's Megafest together. Hello, and welcome to episode 35 of Megafest. Today's episode is all about awareness and intention. And to me, those are the magic keys to change. Without awareness, how can you even really change? You have to be aware of your behavior, your environment, what you're thinking, what you're doing, and create some sort of metacognition so that you can create an intention to change that behavior and a direction in which you would rather go. So yes, our word of today is metacognition, and that means awareness and understanding of one's own thought process. So this is top of mind for me because last week we took a family vacation to Las Vegas. So I live in Southern California, and this is only about 4 hours away. And it's the first big vacation we've taken in a couple years. Big, I say, leaving the house for more than 1 or 2 nights. In fact, we were only there for 3 nights, but it's the longest we've been away in a while. There's nothing like getting out of your comfort zone and meeting yourself with new challenges to test how well you have done in learning how to change. Let me tell you, so I've been doing this PQ program, right? Positive intelligence. And it's all about learning about the judge or the inner critic inside your head and the saboteurs or the court of jesters in the way that the judge presents itself in your own mind. So for me, my saboteurs are being a people pleaser, being a victim, and then just avoiding all awkward conversations or tasks that I associate with not happy feelings. And man, didn't these saboteurs come rearing their ugly heads in Las Vegas? And as they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But this, my friends, I am telling you all about it because for your benefit, because I had the metacognition to see what was happening in the moment, see where my saboteurs were coming out, and then really setting an intention to not do that anymore. So one night we were at dinner. We happened to be at Buca di Beppo, which PSA, in case you forgot, Buca di Beppo is a family style restaurant. Do not go there if you're a family of 4. It's just not economically, it doesn't make sense. Unless you all want to order the same thing, in which case, have at it. So we were at Buca di Beppo, and I could see that there was an awkward moment with the server because I used to be a food server for many years, and the server was like, "Oh, this is a family style restaurant." And I was like, oh, I'm thinking to myself, we weren't really prepared to order that way. And then my 5-year-old wanted to order 2 things off the kids' menu. And that was his own idea. He wanted to order cheese pizza and spaghetti and meatballs. And my husband wanted to order a chicken salad, and we were going to share it. And then Claire, my daughter, was going to do spaghetti and meatballs. So we had 1 salad, add chicken, and 3 kids' meals And I could just see the waiter being like, oh, you freaking cheap people. You're and the pleaser in me and the former food server was just like, cringing. It was so hard because, I want to have a happy experience, and also like avoidance too, right? Because this is awkward for me. So I just want to avoid it. And so I saw that happening in real time. My metacognating skills were off the charts. And it just like was really hard. First world problems, right? But, to better understand our own minds and creates a better world in your head, and then it spreads out from you, and you are the change you want to see in the world. So this might be first world problems, but it really is how we change the world. If I am calmer and happier and more metacognizant of what is happening in my mind, then I'm going to be a better person and be more available for my children and make change for generations. Okay, people, it's important. If you know Carter, my husband, then there's definitely, that he is anxious about money. Even when we're both making six figures, we don't want to waste food because we don't have a refrigerator in the hotel. So anyway, he was very anxious at this moment. And somebody came around and was like, oh, do you want me to take your family picture? And me, I'm just like so open. I got my receiving hole open. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, oh, no, we don't need that. Like, carry on. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. I absolutely hate conflict. I just avoid it. All my saboteurs were just on display here at this Buca di Beppo in Las Vegas in the Excalibur Hotel. Then the victim showed up, and the victim was like, well, fine, whatever, you're in charge. And that's like a bit of passive aggressiveness too. And it just did not feel right. It was my attempt at smoothing the situation over, but really avoiding it. I could have said, I really just feel like, what's the harm? Could have gotten our picture taken. And his point, well, I think I actually did say that. What's the harm? We could have had our picture taken. And he's like, well, they're going to ask you to pay for it at some point. Well, you don't have to pay for it, Let's just have fun and have that experience and do it. My goal is to be the family who is hugging and laughing and hugging and laughing. What's better than hugging and laughing? That's what I want to be. That's my intention, is to be the family that is hugging and laughing. And here we were just kind of like having awkward fights about Buca di Beppo taking our picture. And that just made me go into victim mode and really just feel melancholy, and kind of took me a minute to recover. But I will say, if I can be metacognizant, I did turn it around pretty quickly. I was able to move past it, because usually in years past, I would like be mad at him for a day or something like that. Gosh, how much fun did I lose out on then? And I really just tried to do some PQ reps. So having been through this positive intelligence program, the best way to get out of our saboteur and our judge head is to do these little 5 senses sort of meditations in the moment to bring us back to the present and kind of calm us down and get us out of our head. So, there's the PQ rep that has to do with sounds. So I was like listening, like, what's the farthest away sound I can hear? What's the closest sound I can hear? I was looking around the restaurant. If you've been in Buca di Beppo, there is plenty to look at. Thinking about, what are the sensations in my body that I'm feeling? Just really trying to process and give power back to the present and to my body, instead of these demons like running the show in my head and preventing me from having a calm and joyful experience on this vacation with my family. So it's also important to note that with positive intelligence and with PQ reps, instead of using the judge to make decisions or choose a behavior, we want to make decisions from our sage. And that is the opposite of the judge. This sage inside of you, it's your inner, wiser, older self. It's your inner, wiser inner child. And it's also, if you were to describe the characteristics of the sage, it would be curiosity, compassion, kindness, care, all those words that are conveniently alliterated. And also having a Shiro mindset, self-trust, like I'm able to figure this out. So if you want to learn more about how to do PQ for yourself, if you're tired of your judge and your saboteurs running the show, then you are totally going to want to join me. In the fall, I'm putting together a group of women who are going to learn PQ, and it's going to be awesome. I mean, imagine if you get started in the fall, how much easier the holidays are going to be. How many memories and joyful moments you can soak up with your children. I learned so much from the PQ program that I want to bring it and share it with you. So KIT, stand by, more to come on this fall PQ program. Well, Megafesters, you heard it here. What happened in Vegas did not stay in Vegas. But I brought it to you so that you will have more metacognition, more awareness of the behaviors that are not serving you, and intention to go out and change them. And I can't end this show without showing you my one souvenir I brought home, which is this squishy banana magnet. Oh yeah. That really, if you know me, this is like the best souvenir ever. Squishy banana magnet. I love it. Thank you so much for listening. It's just so many heart-shaped vibes coming from me, going to you. And I experienced so much joy on this last vacation in Las Vegas. A lot of challenges, but a lot of joy. And I just want the same for you. So thank you for listening. I hope that you are not just manifesting, you are megafesting.